Harvey Jackson from Exceed Grain Marketing. After the Juneteenth holiday, wheats are all down, canola down, as well as rapeseed flat. Soy oil up, CAD is slightly up as well, and the US dollar flat. I thought I would just talk about solar flux, which is basically showing cloud cover. And this is more likely one of the contributing issues of why this cool season crops have not been actively growing so far this season. I know everyone talks about how cold it's been. My thoughts are more on how cloudy it's been for over the growing season. And yes, cold at night is very impactful as well. We've got quite a few reports of some frost in the northern areas of the growing season in uh, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta. And yes, temperatures basically below 10 degrees at night will stall and it will take time during the day to recover. The active uh, weather pattern here, just showing the GFS versus the European 10-day forecast of precipitation. And you can see that there's some differences between them, but some similarities as well. Um, and the same thing with this map here. Um, they're just showing the temperature anomalies and the highs and temperatures. There's the max temperatures for the next 7 days, and it's assuming some of the market is trading the hot weather. It's my judgment that these are not likely too extreme unless it persists the rest of the summer. Um, Here's just another quick outlook of temperature, your 6 to 10 day national US, and then your 8 to 14 day uh, warm in a lot of these growing areas of the US for sure. Uh, our Here's our AI European model for the next 7 days for rainfall. Looks like there's a bullseye, right where I kind of have a lot of clients and working with. So hopefully that doesn't continue to be as a result. And here it is for the national picture in Sioux Falls, Minneapolis, Green Bay, all getting quite a bit of rainfall. As promised, I was going to get through some of the wheat. So here's your spring wheat market. Um, Mini wheat broke through the 645 value and leaking lower on the near term. And it, where it'll end up is anybody guess. But when you look at this, longer term picture, it takes us all the way back to 21 values. Um, yeah, just have to have a caution here as this pressure is on the wheat for sure. Here's your red winter. Not the same kind of a picture as you've seen in Minneapolis. It's held up above the 78.6 retracement value, so that would be an important spot right there to hold. Uh, and likewise with the longer term, it's still got a little bit of distance to travel to go down before it's actually back to these areas over here. Chicago wheat, similar story as your Kansas 78.6, important value to actually hold here as well. And it so far it has, but it's getting really close to breaking through. The other thing I want to maybe just point out is the some of these technical indicators and how the market is actually trading lower for quite some time, and it can stay trading lower for a long time too. So uh, some would say it's oversold. I would argue that it's it can stay in this kind of a trend longer than you want to think about it. Chicago, same kind of trend. showing farther time going back. Here's the MATF, which is the French wheat. It's holding above the 61.8 retracement value, so a little bit more strength in Europe, and that could be just the differential of pricing in Europe versus here, and the longer term going back as well. So canola, it's actually what's an important spot to hold is the 78.6 retracement value at 613, and the current market action is somewhat positive just here. Now, looking at technical indicators, we are in that bottom of the channel for sure, and hopefully we can get some recovery here to continue to show that there's going to be some recovery on the actual cash values as well. Here's your longer term look back. If we were to get to some of those lows that we've seen back in March, it would take us all the way back to just the beginning of 2021 cash values. European rapeseed holding up better than canola, 61.8 retracement value, and it seems to be trading a higher range for sure, and some of this somewhat of a positive trend there as well. Rapeseed looking farther back, it doesn't have to go as far back as canola to actually get to our near-term trend down. Again, important dates here that we want to pay attention to is June 28th for the U.S. stocks and June 27th for the Canadian principal field crop estimated planted acres. So both of these are going to give us planted acreage reports as well, right? So acres are going to get probably rejigged from the initial estimates. And that's all I have for you today.